Hello Hat fans and welcome to an overflowing with adventure episode of Nintendo Unleashed. Coming up on this month's show, we've got hearty pirates in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and comic book legends in LEGO Marvel Superheroes. And we've got details on how you can get your hands on a Nintendo 3DS XL Luigi Special Edition. But first, we're delivering a knockout left-right with our Legend of Zelda A Link Between Worlds and Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy double-header. This month's Select is all about opposites, with one ambitious young hero on a fresh adventure, while another Nintendo veteran retires for good. Let's start with the sad stuff. After 5 games and over 800 puzzles, Professor Herschel Layton is finally hanging up the top hat. The good news is that his final outing continues the trend of unquestionable gentlemanly excellence. Accompanied by the newest old member of his entourage, Professor Sycamore, Herschel goes on what could be his most action-packed adventure yet. While it still feels undoubtedly like a Layton game, it's thigh-slapping, rip-roaring stuff. You'll be traversing the world in an airship, delving into tombs and braving deadly booby traps. So much like the great man himself, the Azran Legacy is always charming, sometimes daft and surprisingly deep. All in all, it's an elegant, essential farewell to a Nintendo favourite. We'll miss you, Hirsch. And speaking of Nintendo favourites, our other game of the month is The Legend of Zelda A Link Between Worlds. Set 6 generations after the SNES original A Link to the Past, this bright adventure is a mix of classic Zelda nostalgia and brain-boggling additions, especially for Nintendo 3DS. This means that while it may all look familiar at first, there are the same hidden depths here that you'd expect from any Zelda title. Link can now transform into a drawing, shifting the camera and allowing him to solve puzzles and reach previously inaccessible places. Providing you've got enough rupees, you can now also rent items, allowing you to complete those fiendish dungeons in whichever order you wish. It's a world of genuine wonder brought to life with a luscious updated palette and a loving reverence for the original. Whether you're a grizzled veteran revisiting Hyrule from your SNES days or discovering the world anew, this elegant homage to a Nintendo classic is not to be missed. It's time for a rapid-fire rundown of this month's news with your Nintendo Unleashed updates. We'll kick things off with the release of LEGO Marvel Superheroes on Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. This has got everything you want and expect from a LEGO game. Scenery smashing, hero swapping, puzzle-tastic action. Every Marvel character you could wish to care about is here, with over 100 playable characters from the Silver Age of comics, as well as familiar faces from the recent blockbusting movies. Also out on Wii U is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, the Yo-Ho Rumbelow edition to the huge hood-wearing murder-em-up franchise. This time you take control of fiery Welshman Edward Kenway in a gritty, engaging story which sees a group of notorious pirates trying to set up their own state. Unbottle your grog, sing a few sea shanties and prepare yourself for the best Assassin's Creed in ages. And finally, we've got the news that the Nintendo UK online store is now open. This lets you deal directly with those lovely Nintendo folks themselves, offering excellent customer service and glorious free delivery. Better yet, you can also get your hands on amazing special edition releases that you won't find anywhere else. And seeing as this is the year of Luigi, there's now a Nintendo 3DS XL Luigi Special Edition on sale. Get yourself along to store.nintendo.co.uk and check it out now. And stick around until the end of the show because we'll be letting you know how you can grab one for yourself. This month's Unleashed comes at you all the way from Birmingham's Bullring, which we were pretty sad to find out has no bulls, isn't really a ring, and is mostly full of pretzel shops. The lack of horned creatures couldn't keep us down for long though, as we were there to sample the delight of our Nintendo Unleashed games of the month and to chat with our amazing community. First up, Super Mario 3D World on Wii U. What do you think, guys and gals?
I like the dynamics of that, it's in 3D and you can go around and move instead of going like 2D platforms 3D, so you can go in and out towards different platforms, which I really like.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. I could see how it would be enjoyable for kids. Like, there's a lot of different variety in terms of like, I was playing on the dragon thing, going through the water, and then there's also just the Mario aspect.
It was awesome. It was like, I haven't played Mario since it was like the little pixelated man, and it's so cool.
As if we didn't know already, Super Mario 3D World sounds like it's an absolute corker, but what about The Legend of Zelda A Link Between Worlds?
I really like all the puzzles and how you have to actually think to get through the game. It's kind of interesting. I like that you have a lot of different weapons.
It's absolutely amazing. I was a big fan of Link to the Past on the SNES, and it's like my second favourite Legend of Zelda game of all time. So it's really, really good to go to like visit back in that sort of game with all these new mechanics and stuff. It'll still be quite familiar.
The actual merging with the wall, it seems it's a nice take on it. It just creates a whole new platform to play on.
And that was it for Birmingham's bull ring. Despite the lack of bulls, we think the sheer amount of amazing Nintendo titles more than made up for it. Keep an eye out for more Nintendo Unleashed dates coming soon. It's time for a razor-sharp roundup of what's new on Nintendo eShop now. Up first, we've got regular show Mordecai and Rigby in 8-Bit Land, an old-school platformer based on the cartoon. It's all deliciously retro stuff, with big bombastic boss fights and cunning puzzles that force you to switch between oddball heroes Mordecai and Rigby. Chuck in a load of loving references to classic games and you have yourself a weird but wonderful winner. And staying retro, up next is the Korg M01D, not so much a game as a music workstation based on the world's first widely known synthesizer. It's perfect for recreating those squelchy, unforgettable sounds of the 80s. And if you do create a masterpiece, MIDI files can be saved to an SD card or exchanged via Street Pass. Couple it with some leg warmers, lycra and a streak of pink hair, and you've got yourself a handheld hit. In last month's Engage section, we asked you to take a snap of your favourite Pokemon using the Pokédex 3D for a chance to win a limited edition Pokemon Nintendo 3DS XL. One of our favourites was Shinx in the Snow by Maggie Dot, but the winner this month is Adam Smith, who took this adorable snap of his little niece Isla. Well done, guys, and Adam, you'd better share this prize with Isla, okay? This month, we're getting involved with Nintendo's Me and My 3DS competition. All you have to do to be in with a chance of bagging yourself a Nintendo 3DS XL Luigi Special Edition is create a 60-second video telling us why you love your Nintendo 3DS. You can find details of where to send your video as well as full terms and conditions at store.nintendo.co.uk, and the competition is open until the 9th of December. Well, peeps, it's time for us to enjoy a farewell cuppa with old Herschel before we head off. But we'll see you in a month for another bumper episode of Nintendo Unleashed.